Hey, Bashful. I'm sorry that I missed your question on my live stream. I went in and checked my PayPal, and there it was. So we're going to answer it here. And then if you have any further questions, either put them in the comments or grab me on the next live stream. And whatever further questions you have, we'll get those answered too. So. What does Bashful need to know now for her highest good concerning the question that she asked? Okay, now you and I know the question. Nobody else needs to know it. I'm not getting a jumper, but we're not exactly going in blind because we have a specific question here. Okay, the first three cards, and I'm going to read three more also. The first three is pointing at your intuition. You already, deep down inside, you already know the answer to this question. It's definitely time to take a break and rest and recuperate from this experience. And it looks like there's some kind of an offer on the table, or part of what is holding you back right now is the fact that so much is already offered to you as far as home, etc., financial help, maybe. You're struggling with this decision. Okay, we're going to read three more after this. I've got the Two of Pentacles, which is struggling. All the twos represent a turning point in trying to decide which way you're going, basically, except for the Two of Cups. And then right behind the two, I have Temperance. And Temperance is all about balance also. She reminds you to keep the energy flowing, keep it smooth, keep it even-handed and fair. And then I also have the Empress, and I think this is pointing at what you're fearing that you're going to lose if you leave. And right behind that one, I have the Three of Wands, looking back, reminiscing. Oh, things used to be better. Knight of Wands. Maybe he'll come back to the brilliant, charismatic, bright bulb that he used to be. He was a beacon. Now, I think, okay, he's a good guy, but he's a little bit of an asshole. The reason why I'm saying this is this is your final outcome card. And when a king appears, it's pointing at someone that is in your real life. This king is very astute, very smart, very honest. Unfortunately, sometimes a little too honest. He may be hurting your feelings without intending to. He's sharp. He's razor sharp. That's why he's the King of Swords. Everything that he does and says is sharp. And I think you've been on the receiving end of the bad side of that. Now, That's all about how you're struggling with this decision. So let's get to the future here and see if it is indeed time to move on. Okay. At this point, you have a choice. And it's up to you which way you go. And I think you're wanting to take the easy way out, but you're not going to be able to do that in this case. Number one, it's going to be a tower event. And what a tower event usually represents is the lightning is striking the tower, and it's going to destroy it all the way back here to the very foundation. The reason why it does that is so that it can be built back stronger. Kind of like basic training. They wear you down so they can build you back up to be what they want you to be. You're kind of in basic training right now with the universe. You're not quite there yet. They're going to make sure that you get there. This is a karmic event. Nothing you can do will change this. It has to be destroyed so that it can be rebuilt stronger. Is this pointing to you should leave? Not necessarily. But there is some hard work to be done here. First of all, you need to take a complete and thorough accounting of everything. Not only on a financial level, but on a relationship level. This is where the King of Swords is going to come in. Be perfectly honest with yourself. You owe that to yourself. It's also going to exhaust you, and you're exhausted already. There is not a clear-cut answer here of should you do this or should you do that. Either way you go, it's going to be a struggle, and it's a struggle that you cannot avoid. You can try to build it back up together if you like. You can try to build it back up separate, if you like. Ultimately, yeah, there's nothing else. There's nothing. This is, you're supposed to be having a hard time with this right now. The second cards that I drew on the should you is the Nine of Pentacles, which is the Princess in the Tower, and then right behind her is the Death card. And the Death card always indicates the end of a cycle. Sadly, I think you can fight for this relationship all you want, but unless you take it back to its most basic and primitive level and build it back up completely new, you might as well hang it up. That's pretty much an impossible task for any of us. It can be done, like I said, but it's going to be extremely hard work. I'm going to pull one final card. I'm glad I did. Something told me to, and I'm glad I did, because your final card is the soulmate card. Yeah. So seeing that, you guys are supposed to be on shaky ground right now. And yeah, it's a hell of a fight until the two of you go back to being the two people that fell in love with each other. It's going to stay this shaky. Y'all need to maybe go on a second honeymoon, something. Get back to discovering what you love about each other. Because honestly, when you have a karma card telling you this is a fated event, and then you have the soulmate card, and you have all of this together, you guys are going to have to stick it out and work it out. You're going to have to change the way you think, though. You're going to have to change the attitudes with each other. You've got to let go of past things, past fights, past hurts, all of that has to go. You have to go back to fresh and brand new in order to make this work. I definitely think it's worth your time to try. You can never predict how a tower event is going to play out. All I know is a tower event will shake you to your very foundation. But it's supposed to. It's part of what's going to move you forward and help you grow into this new cycle. And I do think it's going to be together. I think this is where this guy, being so exhausted, is going to come in. This is going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight. But yeah, I think you're going to be able to do it. You're going to be able to pull it off. You basically need to sit down, make that list, that accounting list. You need to be completely blunt and honest with yourself on what things you need to work on. He needs to do the same thing. And then you need to sit down, read each other's lists like it was somebody else, and not take every little thing to heart and use it as a tool to grow and improve from. I'm sure you're going to have a ton of questions for me. Shoot them down in the comments. We'll get them answered. I'm sorry that I missed it in the live chat, but you can grab me on the next one, and we'll get it all done anyway. I hope this helped a little bit. Okay, I'll talk to you soon.